Hey guys, today I want to explain to you why I still enjoy APB Reloaded and why you can too. APB doesn't have anything similar, or at least I see it that way. Being third person and having a progression system provokes a MMORPG game, but when you add shooting mechanics and heavy customization available, it's a whole new different genre of a game. The progression system is well done in my opinion, but keep in mind that you can sink at least 500 hours into one character just to get him to the max level, and frankly, that's why I enjoy the game. New content was scarce and at a very slow rate. That was until the company known as Little Orbit acquired the game on March the 10th. The previous developers, known as Gamers First or commonly named by the community as Gamers Last, did a pretty poor job of adding new content and improving the gameplay experience. Little Orbit has already started actively patching/fixing leftover bugs from before. We haven't had much content yet, but it's understandable because the game needs to be refined first. We did get a new weapon added, the Showstopper, a shotgun revolver that suits well the role of a very close range secondary. It isn't overpowered neither, is it weak in my opinion. I think that me and most of the community was very pleased with this addition to our arsenal. Right now there are districts, which is APB's way of saying servers, in which most of the guns are tweaked and rebalanced, and you can hop on, test them out and share your experience in the forums where Little Orbit is very active. They don't want to make fast and bold changes without looking at what the community wants. The next big step for APB is the update to Unreal 3.5, which will occur around the end of 2018. This will improve the graphics slightly, but it's mostly focused on increasing performance. Next year we're expected to finally have Unreal Engine 4, which will be a substantial graphics update, and then they can start pouring in the promised content. All in all, APB's future is looking pretty bright, but I don't want to get blinded by the light, so I won't talk about the future of the game anymore. Now, let's focus on APB's current state, and is it enjoyable? Short answer, yes, for me at least. The problem with APB right now is that it isn't new player friendly. It doesn't have the amazing starting experience a lot of games have. In fact, it's the opposite. Most of the fun you will have in the game is when you have finally learned the APB's quirky mechanics and you have started to make progress. Even when you have maxed out your character, you jump into the big and extensive customization system APB has. It's very challenging because you don't have PvE combat like other MMOs. That way you aren't playing versus just higher and higher level monsters or enemies. Rather, you're playing versus players whose skills advance with yours. That makes a truly competitive experience in the majority of the game. Even after you max out your character, you can choose to make a new one from the opposing faction, Enforcer or Criminal. Both of the factions are very similar and they don't have combat advantages one from another, only that the Enforcers can use non-lethal weapons that can stun, and then the Enforcer can arrest you, which instead of killing you straight up, leaves you cuffed for 5 seconds before you enter the respawn menu, but your teammates can uncuff you, so in more organized teams, they really aren't that useful. Other mechanics are the money-making ways like smashing storefronts and stealing cars as a criminal and arresting criminals who are doing it as an enforcer. All in all, the system is okay. Criminals can farm a lot of money, but the enforcers rely on these criminals. They have to be patient and choose the right time to arrest a criminal so you get his hard-earned dirty cash, which you then go to the money laundry to convert to spendable in-game money. In my experience, most people make their first character a criminal, so there are a lot of very skilled enforcers because it's their second character and they know more about the game. I'm not saying there aren't skilled criminals or that no one makes his first character an enforcer. In fact, I did. The community is a win-lose. Toxicity is common at the lower ranks, but there are a lot of helpful and positive people in the game. Playing with friends and communicating is very fun and rewarding. APB is no short of fun, but also frustrating moments. Combat is weird at best, until you get the hang of it, that is. Then it feels reliable and rewarding to be skillful and have knowledge of the game's mechanics. The gunplay is interesting. Weapon bloom is a part of the combat system and is commonly something that makes or breaks a certain weapon. Also, because the game is third person, scoping is weird at first. Snipers just zoom a lot more than other weapons and you don't see the scope. You still have to use your crosshair, which by the way isn't customizable for now, which I would like to see in the future. Drop-off is also pretty noticeable on almost all guns except snipers and marksman rifles. Let's take the showstopper we talked about previously. As I said, it's a shotgun revolver. Up to 5 to 7 meters it can 3-shot enemies, but after that the drop-off is drastic and it's almost useless. I will link a site in the description called APB. It's full of information about every item in APB that even the in-game stats don't provide, if you're interested. Now I want to target the Armas Marketplace. It's the place where you can buy items and premium with real money. Most of the guns are just reskins, the problem is that it's just most of them. Some guns offer completely different statistics and have no counterparts bought with in-game money. This is where the Joker currency comes. You get it from doing challenges, /tasks and playing Fight Club. There is a store where everything costs Joker tickets, plus some in-game cash. There you can buy every weapon from the Armas Marketplace and certain vehicles. Other things you find in the Armas Marketplace are clothing items, vehicle kits, vehicles, Joker boxes or commonly known as wood boxes, and premium. Premium is an experience in cash boost, but it also increases the amount of figures you can add in a symbol from 25 to 100, which is pretty substantial. You get around 2.5 times the cash you normally would. Before you constantly had daily or weekly challenges, which gave you certain rewards. Once I had to do 500 kills in one day, and I did. I received 20 Joker boxes, which is a lot. There is also holiday events, a Christmas, a Valentine's Day and a Halloween event for now, but you also gain certain rewards for logging in on certain days like the 4th of July. All in all, my experience with APB has been outstanding. I have seen players with thousands, even once a guy with 10,000 hours sunk into the game. I feel like the game has a bright future, and the game needs the support and feedback from each and every one of us to become the fun but also competitive masterpiece it deserves to be. Thank you guys for watching, especially the ones who stuck to the end. I just want to say thank you to you and to Little Orbit for being amazing people. By the way, this is my first scripted video, so feel free to give me feedback, send a comment, so yeah. Goodbye from me, guys.